evening and welcome to Follow Everton. I'm joined here with my good friend from across the pond, Mr. Chad. How the devil are you, Mr. Chad?
Hey, doing great. I'm ready. I'm ready for the derby. Feeling good. Feeling good. This is a lot of pressure. I've never been on a derby show before, so I know we probably have a lot of eyes watching. I'm looking forward to it, though. How are you feeling?
You know what? Like me little note says underneath my name there, not as nervous as I should be.
Okay, why is that?
It's just after Sunday, the pressures are off, and we can go out there, maybe play a bit more freely and express ourselves maybe a bit more. But this isn't. It's a must-win game, as in rivalry wise. We want to beat them, and we want to derail their title challenge. Because let's be honest, Chad, we beat them tonight, or even draw with them, then it's game over for them for the title.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I would love nothing more than to boot them out of this 3-team race. Oh, that would be and to send Klopp off wherever the heck we're gonna go. But having lost to Everton in the last derby, oh, I would love to see it
with his Carabao Cup and so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So even in all, how are we all feeling? Amanda there, evening, Amanda. Apparently he's doing okay. He's obviously not available for today because he's got with the concussion protocols in football and stuff like that. But I think I'm not sure. You might know more than me, Chad. But I think he might have to have after having concussions. I think you have to have a 2-week break, something like that.
Yeah, I think there's a series of different markers that they have to hit to be able to be cleared to play again. So it's going to have to be. I mean, it was just on Sunday, so there's just absolutely no way he would have been available today. You could maybe expect him back by the weekend, but that was probably even stretching it. I think Dyche said in his press conference it's going to be 2 weeks. You just got to play it safe with these head injuries. There's no reason to rush him out there, especially if Dominic Calvert-Lewin is fit and he's in the lineup. Thankfully, we didn't have to just run Trimidi out there for 90 plus minutes. So this is why we have him, right? We needed the depth at the number 9, and now we have it. So he's out, but DCL should be ready to step in. But I feel exactly what you expressed about almost having that pressure off, like that being able to exhale. We got the 3 points from Forest. We needed those. Looks like we're going to be joined by someone else as well. So this is our opportunity to go out there, hopefully play with a little bit of confidence, play a little freely, and see if we can nick a goal or two and come away with a point or 3.
Yeah, definitely. I think our best way of getting a goal is we need to defend for our lives. Defend, tight. Keep the lines. Keep the formation, and defend. Because let's be honest, they're going to have most of the ball. And they're going to have most of the ball. I mean, if Burnley can come to Goodison and we give them most of the ball, we've got no chance of having most of the ball against Liverpool. And hope for a set piece or maybe a counter attack or something like that to get it to sneak a little cheeky 1-0 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same thing we've seen, in these Sean Dyche sides against City, against Arsenal. They're going to keep it real tight. I think it's going to be hoofball from Pickford. Maybe try to win a second ball. Maybe try to turn them over in the midfield. But it's going to be packed tight in the back with Tarkowski and Branthwaite holding it down. And I think Dyche would be perfectly happy to walk out of here with a point tonight.
100%. I think most Evertonians would be happy because, like you say, a draw is not good enough for them. Simple as that. They need to win. Arsenal pile of pressure on last night. Man City probably going to pile the pressure back on again tomorrow night. So we'll go through the team news here, Chad. Relatively unchanged, obviously, apart from DCL's fit. Godfrey's in for Ashley Young. A lot of people seem to be happy about that. And James Garner in for Andre Gomez. Now, personally, myself, I don't think that James Garner's done enough for most of this season to warrant starting. Because I don't think he offers anything at all. I think Gomez at least offers something. You know what I mean? But then Gomez hasn't got a 90 minutes in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So what's your thinking on? Well, let's talk about that right back position then. Obviously, Seamus is unavailable. Patterson's done for the year. When with Godfrey here over Young, do you think that's just because Young last played on Sunday and he's got those old legs, or do you think you don't buy into maybe Dyche wasn't pleased with his performance with those?
No, I think it's pure. I think it's purely a what's naming thing, a fitness thing, his age and stuff like that. Ryan, why does your head look like it's not belonging to your body?
Sunken in.
You're looking good. You're looking swell.
Thank you.
This is for the derby, I'm guessing.
Yes, of course. I'm currently in the hospitality lounge at Goodison doing the entertainment, and I've just shook hands with Denise Baxendale, who's a special VIP guest for this occasion.
Did you get it? Did you get her in one of those?
Oh, I absolutely did. And do you know what? She loved it.
So what do you think of the team news, right?
I'm blessed to see Ashley Young not playing. I think that would have been suicidal, for want of a better word. I genuinely think that would have been a very bad mistake. Not only can he not play 2 games in a week, I don't think he can play 1 game in a week. He is the weakling every time we play him, especially in the fullback positions, because he's too slow. He's erratic. And I don't even think we need to fixate on him because he's not in the team. I just think it's a great sight to see him not on the pitch. The only thing with Ben Godfrey is he doesn't offer anything going forward. He's there because he's got some recovery pace, but he's not going to go past the halfway line. So then you start looking at what he's there for. Is he good 1v1? I'm not so sure. Is he more athletic and more dynamic defensively than Ashley Young? I think so. But he is a yellow card waiting to happen. And the other team, the other changes, I think Gomez was never going to play. I'm surprised he went for James Garner ahead of Amadou Onana, but I think maybe that's because he wants a little bit more tenacity in the middle of the park. Where I think Onana, I don't know who's got the edge. I think he's got the physique, Onana. I'm pleased to see Calvert-Lewin starting. Although I just look at that team and I don't want to be too negative. But there is really no opportunity there in terms of goal threat. I mean, your fullbacks don't present anything. Your wingers are slow and very, very inconsistent. I mean, Jack Harrison's one of the worst wide men I've seen in a blue shirt in a long time. So where were the goals coming from? Well, I think our best chance is to play it long, get players around them, win a second ball and wait for a Liverpool mistake. But I think it's going to be really difficult and I'd snap your hand off for a 0-0.
I think like my preference personally would have played James Garner at right back and played Andre Gomez for at least an hour and brought on Onana for that with half an hour to go.
Well, he knows we're not going to have any of the ball, so I think all he's going to do by putting Andre Gomez in is basically have him chase around, fouling and not get a sniff. We're not going to go and take possession and take the game to Liverpool. So I can see why Gomez is on the bench to come on.
He's the only one that can put his foot on the ball and got a bit of composure on it when we're under the cosh. The only one that can see a pass. No, there's no other creativity in that team.
Yeah, I think today is going to be very clear. Boot it long, win the fouls, win the throw-ins, win the corners, and try and cobble together 90 minutes. Unfortunately, Liverpool will inevitably score at some point and win this 1-0, 2-0. It's just how about there's certain things that there's certain things we've got to not do. When we have a fucking corner, how about we don't let them run up the other end from our own corner and score? How about we don't leave ourselves exposed on the counter-attack? There are certain things that we do every single time we play them, and we don't correct it, okay? Defensively, keep it. Liverpool would be fuming with a point tonight. That's the league title gone.
So Roy's got a point there. We struggle against teams. We've got pace and got good passing. Like we don't struggle about teams that can throw crosses into the box. Like we defend them like meat and drink. Do you know what I mean? It's when teams pass it around quick passing. That's where we struggle. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully they've worked on that the last few days and they can get to grips with that because Salah's one of them who's in and around, buzzing around your ear like there's nobody's business. So
I think the pace is going to be minimalized tonight. Saying that Liverpool are going to have 80% of the ball it might even be generous. And that's why having Gomez out of the lineup tonight that seems like that makes sense to me. Garner probably has a higher work rate defensively than Onana does. Onana will switch off from time to time, so that's probably the reason for that sub or that choice. I don't think Dyche has any intention of even letting Godfrey get up the pitch, so I don't think we have to worry about him being expansive. It's all about keeping it really tight and letting Liverpool sit on the ball for 90 plus minutes, and I think hopefully pulling a 0-0 out of this.
Can I just jump in on that point? If you look at Everton starting 11, it's more than good enough to play low block, shut up shop for 90 minutes. Your two centre-halves are more than capable. Your full-backs are defensively fine. They just can't get forward. Your defensive midfield too, you've got Idrissa Gana Gueye, who reads the situation so well. James Garner tactically reads the situation so well. And they can win the ball back in dangerous areas. I think they're very intelligent. And then the two wingers, the one thing they do have is work rate. Decore, for all of his lack of technical ability at times, and then he pulls out incredible finishing, which defies logic, really. He has that work rate, tenacity in that midfield. I think we should be able to shut up shop for 90 minutes. And this is the test tonight. The test is, if Liverpool score, which I feel they inevitably will, how the hell are we going to get back into this game? Because Beto is a massive handful and he's a huge loss. And I just don't see any other route. Is Danjuma even on the bench?
I haven't seen the full team sheet. I would imagine he is, unless Dyche is going to keep two keepers.
There's a bunch of kids on the bench. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to listen.
Danjuma's on the bench.
I'm actually at a wedding. The evening party doesn't start till 7:30, so I just had 5 minutes after I'd finished setting up for a turnaround. I'd be intrigued to know what the Liverpool team is, though.
Can you give us a quick tune? Can you give us a little doo-doo-doo? Can you give me...
No, I don't think I can. I'm outside. If I had the
saxophone... You have to pay for it.
That's why they call it the blues. I can do a very good rendition of that on the sax. But here's the 3 points. I think my heart says 0-0. My head's saying 1-0. Angry. Enjoy it. It could be the last night derby at Goodison Park. And I'm sure you'll provide some absolutely stupendous coverage. So I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Sorry,
I gave my ticket away. I would be there, and I certainly would be watching it if I can. See you later.
See you later.
Yeah. Oh, hey Wes, we should take a quick second and mention our good friend Jan has lost a mate of his, Graham, who's a true blue. So just thinking about Jan, Graham, and their family and friends. So hate to lose a blue, but hopefully that family's hanging in there.
Yeah, echoed that statement. Well, Jan seems to be in good spirits. I spoke to him before, and he seems to be in a few good spirits today. But getting back to the match, if anybody can throw the Liverpool team up there for us and see what we're up against, we'll try and dissect where the threat's going to come from. But because it's going to be coming from all over the pitch, but mainly they're down their wings, isn't it?
Yeah, I would love to see. I'm looking for it right now. I'm seeing if. Oh, here we go. Van Dijk, Kate, Kanate, Diaz, Sloboslai. I can't even say his name. Nunes, McAllister, Salah, Curtis Jones, Andy Robertson, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold. So he's going for it.
See with the Kanate in that defense, he's the weak link.
He is, yeah. Should have had a red earlier in the year.
And I think that if we'd have had Beto, he caused them problems last time. But I think also Chimiti could cause them problems because he's a big physical lad, Chimiti. I think we haven't seen enough of him to sort of pass a judgment on him. But from what I've seen of him when he come on against Forest, he was willing to stick his foot in and get stuck in. You know what I mean? And I think he'd be a bit of a handful for their defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you want to love Trimiti just because the profile is there. He seems like he has the work rate, he has the size. He seems like he has a little bit more of a technical ability than even Beto does. Beto is just such a raw kind of an athlete, just like a freak of an athlete. I'm really intrigued. He's a young player. I would love to see him get minutes tonight, get exposed to what this derby atmosphere is going to be like under the lights here at Goodison.
Under the lights, it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. I love derbies under the lights, and I could have gone. I really could have gone, but you know what? I've kind of lost a bit of enjoyment in going to games because the way the team's been playing for the past few years, you usually come out of there all depressed, and then you've got the long walk home, and you just think like, why did they bother? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now I just sit in comfort on my armchair, clap on the telly.
Yeah. You gonna have a pint tonight, Wes?
No, but I get up early in the morning to go on the taxis, don't I? So no drinking for me.
Gotcha.
Can't even remember the last time.
Oh, I'm looking at Mark Foster's comment right here, comparing the two lineups, and yeah, Mark, we, I think you could have said this about several of the matchups that we've had this season. We just have a threadbare squad right now, but hey, it's at home. We're in Goodison Park tonight. We're gonna have the crowd behind us, and as Ryan said,
got a bit of confidence as well. Got a bit of confidence.
You know what? This is what I feel good about. I think Dwight McNeil has looks better than he has at any point in the season. I think it wasn't that long ago that Dom had 2 and 2. I think there's goals in us. We're due for a set piece goal. We haven't had a set piece goal in a while. Our set pieces have been pretty terrible recently. Gomez was awful with that distribution last week or over the weekend. I think we're due for something on a set piece. So I'm with you on that, Wes. I think we might be able to nick something here, maybe off of a header or something that falls back out to Decore or Ghana Gay in the box. So they can bring it in. I just feel like we're going to be able to. I think we're going to be able to keep it really tight, and I think we're going to frustrate them, and hopefully maybe make them make a mistake or two, and that should open up a chance.
Yeah, and the thing is that we don't win many midfield battles in games because our midfield's not the best, and we're not going to win tonight because their midfield is strong. Do you know what I mean? We've just got to keep it tight. Like I say, out for a set piece, a corner or a free kick or whatever. Pile bodies into the box and put them under pressure because they are vulnerable at the back there. You know what I mean? They're not. This is not a great Liverpool team.
No. We've seen better teams before. Virgil van Dijk is not the player he used to be. The media won't tell you that. They want to make it seem like he's still a god amongst us. But Konate is a huge weak link for them. How do you think Sean Dyche plays this? We've seen, I'm not Aussie Chris. I can't get into the technical side of it, but lately we've seen obviously some diagonals. We've seen some hoofing of the ball by Pickford, and they're overloading that one side. Usually it's the right side they're overloading so they can potentially win a second ball. How do you think Dyche plays this tonight? Do you think he's going to want to get exposed at all, or is he just going to send it long to Calvert-Lewin, by himself and hopes he can come down with something?
I think pretty much that. I think we're going to see a lot of Dyche ball, but I think you look at the 2 goals against Forest, right? And there was some good football that played up in the build up to them 2 goals, right? Everybody's going on about knocking it long and playing dice ball and all that, but them 2 goals that we scored against Forest were good builds up play. Whether we can do that against Liverpool is a different matter. I don't think we can. I think we literally will just be knocking it long to DCL, and he's going to be nodding it down for maybe midfielders coming onto it, James Garner or whatever, or Decore. And it's about time now. It's been a while since Decore scored, hasn't it? So it's about time he got another 1 or 2 now before the end of the season.
Yeah, I think so. God, I would love to see a good game out of Harrison tonight. Talk about someone who's due. Yeah, Decore, Harrison, both. Garner's due for a good one. I'm hopeful. You know what? I'm gonna say optimistic. Should we get to predictions? Should we ask should we ask for predictions in the comments?
I'm just gonna highlight this about what Rod's come up with, is that he's just don't. I said this on the post match the other day. Obviously I don't want to get beat, and I'd love to beat them. But if we get beat and keep the scoreline down, I'd be, less annoyed. If it's like 1 or 2, I'd be, and we don't do another Chelsea, I'd be happy to walk away and go, all right, let's move on to Brentford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, this is our game in hand. We have a slight goal differential in our favor. That Chelsea match didn't help us, but yeah, if they can keep it tight, I'll feel better about it. If it gets ugly, then I might get a little angry at my television, but we'll see. I might have to throw the remote control.
I'm gonna go for a 1-0 loss, I'm afraid.
Okay. How do they get that one? Is it just playing through the channels, or?
I think we'll frustrate them. I think we'll frustrate them like we have done for donkey's years at Goodison, and I think like it'll come from like Mo Salah or even a Van Dijk header or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I really can't see Van Dijk scoring the header against us, because we're really good at defending our box when we're against crosses. So I can see like a Mo Salah or a Diaz goal. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think. Okay. He thinks we can nick it. Oh, that would be nice. I think my head is telling me a 2-0 loss, because there'll be a stupid penalty, and then we'll open it up a little bit to try to get a goal back, and they'll get us on the counter. But my heart is telling me a very, very frustrating, ugly 0-0. So I'm gonna go with the 0-0, and hope that comes through.
I think a lot of people in the comments are predicting that Liverpool is going to get penalties after what happened on Sunday. But that Dave Coote, who's the VAR ref, is a Nottingham Forest, a Notts County fan, who, by the way, hate Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
so we might get a penalty. Thanks very much, Dave Coote.
You have to have the ball in the box to get a penalty. Or we used to have to be in the box to get a penalty at some point. We'll see if we even get down there.
I think our biggest threat is set pieces, isn't it? Like they'll be terrified of us from set pieces, because they're not great at defending set pieces.
No. So, if we can get something long, I wonder if Dyche will. I wonder if he'll mix it up and at least show the threat of playing it short. But then still try to get him back corner, or back post. I'm sorry. What do we got? Eugene, Everton 3-0. Wow, that would be something.
Settle for that all day, won't we, mate?
Yeah, that would be
all
nice.
Day. Peter Duggan's going for a 9-0 to Liverpool.
Come on, Peter. You know what? He's just, if you say it, then it won't happen. I think that's the lesson. So he's trying to do like a reverse jinx on us.
I think the ref. Am I right in saying it's Simon Hooper?
Oh, is it really? Let me see if it's on. Is it on the team? Andrew Madley. And then,
is it Andrew Madley? Is it?
Yeah, Simon Hooper is the fourth official.
He's not a bad ref, Andrew Madley. To be fair,
I can't place him. What does he look like?
He's like quite tall, dark hair.
Oh yeah. I don't have an issue with him. Okay.
Peter Duggan saying we're not good at set pieces, although we've scored over 50% of our goals from set pieces. But it is what it is, Peter.
No, we are objectively good at set pieces. I think that's the one way that we are understood to be a threat. So that's just not accurate, Peter. But that's fine. Teach their own.
Yeah, but people are saying Godfrey at right back, but then It was only him or Ashley Young, but like I said, I'd have played James Garner there, me, and maybe played Onana, but then you lose any creativity that you might have.
Yeah, I was thinking about
by
that
playing
too.
2 CDMs in it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I wonder if maybe that's a substitution that we see at about the 60-minute mark, depending on how Godfrey is doing, because God knows he will make the mental lapse from time to time. What do you think is going on with Amadou Onana? I mentioned on another show that I think he's in the doghouse with Sean Dyche, and I'm not sure if he ever plays again for Everton. Where do you think this is?
It could be, mate. I think maybe he's just he knows he's off in the end in the summer, so he's sort of, I don't know. You want to put them in the shop window, don't you? When they're if you're going to sell them, so you can get a decent price for them, unless somebody's already come in and offered us money for him, and we've took that offer and he's off. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, you would think this would be the one match he would want to be featured in, right? It's the only show, in town tonight. Hopefully a lot of eyes here. Liverpool's still fighting to climb to the top of that table. So yeah, you would think Amadou Onana, this would be the match he would want to be in. Not that it wasn't not that it was his call, but you would have hoped he was putting in the work to be picked today. But you got something's going on with Dyche and Amadou Onana. I don't know if he's not rating him right now. He doesn't like the attitude. If there's a knock that they haven't told us about.
No, mate. But if he's on the bench, he's fit, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah. So Ryan's just put a message on there, welcoming all the VIP members. Richo65, Mr. Toffees, Amanda Stevens. Thanks very much for the. Oh, and there's Sniffer. How's he doing, Sniffer? He's a Geordie Sniffer. Newcastle fan. He's always on. Thanks very much, Sniffer.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Sniffer. Yeah. Hey, thank you, all of our premium members. Please, if you're following us on Twitter or X, like it, follow. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. We're not here making any money on this. We're just doing this because we love Everton and want to talk about it with you guys. So, please give us a follow, support us however you can.
Yeah, and your contributions are always, well received. But Sniffer, what do you think the scoreline's going to be tonight from a Geordie perspective?
Let's see if Sniffer weighs in.
Yeah. So what's your perfect scenario? See, obviously a win, but you'd have to go away with the draw, Chad, or a low defeat.
Oh, I think if we could get a point from this, I'd be singing like Ryan. That would be. It would just make the rest of the fixtures it would help me get through them a little bit easier, knowing that we don't have to get 3 against Brentford, or we don't have to get 3 against Luton or Sheffield. Just coming away with even a point here, just kind of, it just alleviates some of that concern, and it puts more pressure on Luton, who are playing like absolute dog shit right now. Puts more pressure on Forest. They're going to wonder now, if you're a Forest fan, or if you're a part of that club, you got to wonder, what are the repercussions for their actions on Sunday? Are the officials going to start maybe looking at them a little more differently? I would be very concerned if I was a Forest fan. So anything that we can do today to put the pressure on them. So that's why if we could just get a point, 3 would be amazing to get 3 points in what could be the final, under the lights Merseyside derby at Goodison. That doesn't get any better than that.
It's one of them, isn't it? It's like the pressure is off. Like, if we'd have got beat against Forest, there's massive pressure on tonight. Do you know what I mean? I just want to thank Amanda there for that. Thanks very much, Amanda. An answer to your question, I'd be talking doubling our money, 60 million, like Toffee Man said there. 60 million.
Yeah, and that's the going rate for a world-class center defensive mid. If you look at what others have gone for. Casemiro, Enzo. That's the going rate for that position right now. He's what, 21, 22. He's a top talent. Hey, we haven't seen it in a blue shirt. That might be the way Dyche is using him, but another club will. It'll be Real Madrid. It'll be Barca. It'll be Tottenham. It'll be United. Someone will come along and pay that.
Yeah,
for sure.
So Michael James there saying, why are we taking this game seriously? Well, it's a derby. Simple as that, isn't it? You've got to take it serious. As much as, we don't want to get beat and we've got bigger fish to fry, this is still the derby and we still want to beat them. Simple as that. Like their title challenge is gone. If they only draw tonight and get beat, it's game over, isn't it? Or they might as well just give up then, because there's no way they're going to catch City or Arsenal if they get beat or draw tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a cliche, but anything can happen between those lines. We just think back, a little over a year ago, Dyche's first game with us as a manager, we were able to beat Arsenal 1-0. I mean, that could very easily happen tonight under the lights at Goodison. So, yeah, I don't. We're not here to throw anything away. This is an opportunity for points. So we got to go out and try to get points. And there could very well be a goal on the side. Like I said, McNeil is playing well. I thought he looked great against Forest. James Garner knows that he's got to step his game up. There's got to be some creation coming out of the midfield. There's got to be crosses into the box to DCL if we're able to get on the front foot and into their final third. We have talent still in this squad. It's not what we've seen in years past, but there's enough here to potentially pull out 3 points tonight.
Yeah, but then you've got like Kevin just said, hit the nail on the head. Got to have a bit of pride.
That's right.
You have the bragging rights. Bragging rights are massive in this city, Chad. You know what I mean? And we've had the stick off them for years and years. And it'd be nice to turn around and feel a bit smug for a change. You know what I mean? Especially if I get some cop-heights in the back.
Yeah.
And being the game, lads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about smugness.
Yeah. It'd be so nice to shut them up just for a change. It's different here in the States. Liverpool fans outnumber Everton fans probably 4-1, just because that's the way it is. They're front runners, everyone here in the States. But God, I would love to be able to walk up to some of my Liverpool fans and just, say, hey, what'd you think of the derby on Wednesday? That'd be nice.
Yeah. But listen, Michael, we're not saying that, this game should always matter, regardless of what position we are in. Like, we could potentially get a point off these, beat Brentford this weekend, and I think that's probably us. We could safely say we're safe, and we still got Sheffield United to come at home, who have give up the ghost. So, there's still a lot of points to play for, but the derby's about pride. You know what I mean? You don't want to get tonked, and also on the flip side of that is that you could end their title dreams. So it's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah. Michael, we see you. Yeah, I understand the concern about getting relegated. But at the end of the day, we're here to win every match that we possibly can. It's not like Sean Dyche is going to play the under-21s here tonight. He's going to go outside and he's going to go out there and put his best side out there he possibly can. So no, I'm all for it. I mean, what's the alternative? That we hold people back till they don't get hurt and can still play against Luton and Sheffield and Brentford? I don't want that. I want them to go out I want them to go out there and try to win tonight.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, if we get something out of the game, like a lot of people saying, for a draw tonight for us is like a win. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not expected to get anything out of the game. And Liverpool are going there, with a much better team, much better players. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything in the derby. Like Sniffer saying there, you better get something tonight. We can't have Adolf winning in his final season. But he's probably, the thing is, Sniffer, he's probably going to walk away from the end of the season from them with the Carabao Cup, because he's not winning the league. Not a chance in the hell he's winning the league, because we're going to do them tonight. We're going to end them title dreams tonight, Chaddingtons.
You're getting me excited. I'm getting goosebumps on my arm listening to you. Can we get you down to the dressing room? I need a pre-match speech out of you to the boys. Like, go there.
Like Michael saying he's petrified of relegation, right? And all Evertonians are petrified of relegation, right? But at the same time, you can't go into a derby thinking like that. You've got to think, we've got to get into these. You know what I mean? Got to get straight into them, in the faces, and put some pressure on them. Like, don't high press them and then they play it around us, because they'll beat the press all day long. You know what I mean? But get stuck into them, get the first challenge in, knock one of their fucking midfielders up in the air. But it's got to be controlled aggression. You know what I mean? Because we don't want no sendings off, because it's the fixture with the most sendings off in Premier League history.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be looking for it tonight. They're going to know that Everton are going to want to set the tone and maybe commit that hard foul within the first 10 minutes, get Goodison going. But we have to stay composed. We have to understand, be aggressive, but be smart. It's there. It's there for the taking if they approach it the right way. And I don't mean there for the taking like this is an easy 3. I mean it's there for the taking to be in the match, to be competitive and to give them a run. Because man, if we get to 70 minutes and it's sitting at 0-0, they're gonna get tight. They're gonna start thinking we need to get 3 points out of here. We can't afford to drop points, and then that's when mistakes could happen, and then something could open up.
And let's be honest, Chad, right? Is the pressure's not on us.
No.
Like after Sunday, the pressure's not on us. If we'd have got beat on Sunday, the pressure would have been enormous. You know what I mean? But the pressure's all on them. The pressure must be massive on them because of Arsenal winning last night. Man City's come tomorrow, so they've got the pressure on them to come and win. And plus the fact they know they're a better team than us. Do you know what I mean? They know they're a better team than us. And they want to come here and prove that they're a better team than us. But we've just got to get into them. Just make it horrible for them. Stop them from playing the passing game and, getting the wingers. Get tight to Salah. Knock them out the fucking stadium if you have to. You know what I mean? Just smash them in a controlled, aggressive way.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan saying, anybody out there who is first time watcher, can you like and subscribe? Go to YouTube and subscribe and smash the like button on Facebook. Thank you very much.
Smash it. Oh, I see Gary Coffee Bums joined us. Who else we got? We got still Rod in there. All right, guys, give us your predictions. Let me see some score lines. We saw a few earlier. I want to see some optimism, some hope. Or Wez is going to give you another one of those William Wallace pep talks.
We'll fight them in the beaches.
What do we got, Mark? We beat Brentford on Saturday, and I think we'll stay up. Yes, that's right. We're going to get a point today at least. We're going to beat Brentford on Saturday, and then we got our sandals on. Then we're on the beach.
That's it, mate. Like today's about ending their title charge, and we can move on from that with a decent result, whether that be a win or a draw, and then we'll move on to Brentford full of confidence, and we'll do Brentford. We'll go away to Luton. We'll do them because they're not doing us 3 times in the league, and we're going to end up mid-table, mate. We could end up in Europe.
I love it. Give us our points back. We'd be qualified for the EuroLeague. Oh man, no, I think you're onto something though. We get a point tonight. We take 3 off of Brentford doesn't want to see. Brentford wouldn't want anything to do with us come Saturday. If we get a point tonight, we're coming off a 3 against Forest. We're actually not playing. We're not playing bad football right now, and I think this is just the exact way we want to close out the season. Man, you got me excited. You're getting me excited, Wes. Let's go.
You know what? I think they've had like a second wind. The manager's laid down the law, right? He's saying down and said to them, right, lads, I'm going nowhere, right? So you pull your finger out, get the results we need, and then we can see what happens next season. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he might be there, he might not be there. Does he deserve, if he keeps us up again, does he deserve another contract? I'm not so sure. I don't think, I know the 8 points is not of his doing. And realistically, if we didn't lose the 8 points, we'd be safe and we'd have less pressure on us going into tonight. But we're in that situation. And I think maybe a draw and another 1 or 2 wins out of the next 4 games, and we're done for the season. You know what I mean? We can go into Arsenal on the last game of the season, knowing we're safe regardless. And Liverpool might need 3 points to win the league, but the person who wins the league might win on goal difference, and we just let Arsenal snot 20 past us.
That would be, oh man, I would love that. Yeah. I think Dyche, I don't like his brand of football. I think he seems like an honest, to be honest, I'd love to have a pint with Sean Dyche, but I don't like his brand of football. But if he keeps us safe this year, has gotten those 8 points deducted, as you said. I think that qualifies him to come back. I think he would deserve to come back. And then hopefully, if there is a summer of normal business, if there's actually money to spend, which I doubt there would be, then maybe we can actually have a normal season for the final year at Goodison. That would be, wouldn't it be nice to just have a normal season without all this silly drama and everything else? Did we lose Wes? We'll let Wes come back in. All right, we are 16 minutes away from kickoff. Under the lights at Goodison. Those Reds are in Goodison tonight. Let's see what the comments are. 4 more points and a draw against Luton, and we are safe. Yeah, I don't even know if we get those 4 points. If we can get a point tonight and we get 3 against Brentford, I don't think it even matters what happens against Luton. I think we are in the bag. Right, we could even drop the appeal at that point. Just tell the Premier League, hey, we don't trust you with this appeal and any of the kind of funny business that you might be up to. I don't trust it one bit. I want to get to a position where we're safe before that appeal is even heard or announced, and we can drop it, and then we can just get into the summer and then handle our business. Hopefully get some kind of clarity around the 777 questions, get some clarity around the squad. We're going to have to figure out what is going to happen with Jared Branthwaite. Is there any way that we could potentially keep him as an asset? Amadou Onana, you have to imagine that his days are numbered with Everton Football Club. And then there's other questions as well. Is there going to be a market for Dominic Calvert-Lewin if Trimidi looks like he's ready to take a bigger step forward next year? Is there going to be a market for Jordan Pickford? Would we even want to test it? Virginia looked really good in a couple of those cup games. Is he anything more than just a backup keeper? We're going to have to answer those questions. And really, we want to know how much money are we going to have to raise to keep us out of this position moving forward. There's questions about the board. We all know that. But, the good thing about what's going to happen in 15 minutes is that we can stop thinking about all of those things, and we can just think about what has to be done out there on the pitch today. Let's see. Did Wes drop or did I drop? Any comments? Let's see. Let me get your comments in. Here we go, Kevin. New owner would be good. Yeah, it would be great to get rid of Mashiri. There we go, Wes. Do I have you, mate? I think Wes is still trying to get sorted out. Yeah, Amanda, I see your comment here on 777 needs to take over. It would make things easier, potentially. We don't know. We don't know if they have the funds to run the club. We don't know what direction they would take the club, but it would certainly put an end to a lot of the rumors and talk that we've heard coming out of the transition from Mosher to 777. But any other thoughts on the match tonight, Wes? Are you with me? Can you hear me now? I don't think he can hear me. He's coming. Gary Coffee Bum, I see you quite enjoying Sean Dyche right now. Never thought I'd say that. It's been different. Maybe Gary, what is it? What is it that you're enjoying? Is it the tracksuit? That was all the talk, I guess, for the last couple of days. I heard Julia ask him about that in the press conference. That was funny. I thought you could tell when he finds something amusing and when he just kind of finds it annoying. And he wanted to pretend like it was annoying, the talk of the tracksuit. But I think he was a little tickled by it. We'll see what Sean Dyche is. I'm not in front of my TV right now, so I imagine maybe we've seen Sean Dyche. I'd be curious to know if he's in the suit or if he's in the tracksuit. Let's see. Any other news from the club? We can go over the lineups again. Let's see. We got Pickford starting in goal. We got Godfrey on the right. That's the one that's going to make me nervous. Tarkowski Branthwaite holding it down at the central backfield. Mikolenko left back. He's not been quite the same player that he was to start the season, but he's been sound. And there is really no alternative. So we're going to continue to ride with Vitaly Mikolenko. Ghana and Garner in that double pivot role, most likely. No Onana. Wes, are you back with me?
I am, mate. Somebody rang me. And me video went and me sound went and everything. So, but I'm back.
You're back. You're ready to go.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone online was like, okay, I'm tired of hearing him monologue now for these couple minutes.
No, they weren't. They all love you, Chad.
Oh, I hope so. I love them. What do we got? Any good comments? There's nothing about Sean Dyche that's enjoyable because it's all just negativity. Peter, you know what? We're not going to be negative after today because we're coming home with at least a point. So there will be no negativity around Sean Dyche in that regard.
Yeah. So it's like people that expecting the worst. Wait, people expecting the worst or hope for the best and expecting the worst. But if you look at the other way around, let's expect the best and fear the worst. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's some of the mentality that needs to change around this squad, right? We need to start expecting more out of them and making them deliver it. The apathy of just accepting mid-table and then now close to bottom table finishes it's not good enough for this club. It's not why any of us have fallen in love with it. It's not the club that we want them to aspire to be. So yeah, we have to continue to push them to be better, push them to figure it out, push them to have an actual permanent board in place that is competent. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
for a change.
It would be nice. But I think we should wrap that up now, mate, because there's 10 minutes to kick off, and let's
go.
Do them.
Up the Toffees. Come on.
Have a good night, Blues. And I think maybe Aussie Chris might do an analysis show at some points, maybe some pre-recorded things. But if not, I'll see you back here for the pre-match for Brentford on Saturday. But Chad, you have a good night, mate, and up the fucking Toffees, mate.
Absolutely, Wes. Up the fucking Toffees.
Let's go, mate. Oh, where are we?
It's coming.
There.